Hi folks, I don't know if you just saw that flash in there. Hi family, hiya. Okay, today, this is going to be very quick. Just said, I said that the other night, didn't I? Hours long it was. Okay, you can see that. Hi family. Okay, zoom back and I'll show you the time and the date. Okay, so it's Thursday the 6th of April. And it is 10:17 and it's, oh, there's a craft flying. See the craft? It's near, I'm just zoom in. Can you see it flying upwards? And that, the branches of a tree is obscuring some of the light of that consciousness circle. I don't know if it's a consciousness circle or a craft. But I want to sort of ask some questions if I can. Turn that now, turn the light off. Okay, on to ask. This is going to apply to every living human that's connected to the Creator. Okay? This is a big question that everybody sort of wants to ask. Well, why, no matter what religion, no matter what sex, age, ethnicity, whatever you are, okay? Do human beings that have been created by the Creator, do some human beings reincarnate back onto Earth? Somebody seen that? Like I said, there's branches in the way, but I think they were clear. Does it depend on your soul's journey, your soul's life lesson or journey, your soul? Rereading that. Okay. I'm trying to word it. Sorry, give me the flashing. Okay. It depends on not just on your soul, but on your. Sometimes people reincarnate onto Earth to be put into a family or be put into a situation, a point in the world to make a difference, a positive impact. Okay, and while you're living on this earth, you might not realise it, why you're on earth and the impact you're having on others until after your death, until after you go back to our family, back to your creators or whatever. But sometimes your soul is put on earth for a purpose. You're reincarnated back onto earth for a purpose, and it's normally a positive purpose. And even though it may not feel like it at the time, if your life's a bit of shit, or you struggle throughout life, your presence on earth matters. Your energy on earth matters. Hence, that's why certain people reincarnate back onto earth. Humans. we are all connected, you know, people. Not all of us, not the creature beasts, but most of humans, humanity, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what language you speak, we are all connected. If you know anybody, and if you've got a wide range of friends, you will know that they may have come from different backgrounds, different social classes, different races, different sexes, different sexual orientations. Basically, people, humans, we are the same. We are heart connected. We all have the same wants, same fears, same anxieties. But like I say about reincarnation, not all humans reincarnate back onto Earth. They just have one life cycle and that's it. Is that correct, family? Okay. The creature beast, as I'm going to name them, the soulless humans, the cunts. I shouldn't spoil it by saying it, but they are food. They have no human soul. They have no human heart. They're not connected to the creator. They were created to be food. There's another flying craft, but I won't move. Is that correct, family? They were created to be food by non-human entities, so they won't reincarnate. They can't reincarnate. It's impossible for them to reincarnate. Is that correct? So that's why the narcissist, the psychopath, the sociopath, that's why the complete cunts in this world and cause pain to others. They feed off the pain of others via the entities that attach them, feed off their energy, and they feed off the pain they cause to humanity. Is that correct? Okay. About the reincarnation, okay, sometimes you get a choice and it's committee. So you are asked your opinion, your soul, you are asked an opinion if you want to reincarnate when you die. But if you've got an advanced soul, like I've told you about the actor and the people in my Facebook group, and they don't think they're all it, seriously, they don't come across as arrogant one little bit, come across as really nice guys, really sort of like geezer guys. Not the actor, he's gay. It comes across as very sophisticated. But the guys that, yeah, and they come across as just as ordinary working class men, ordinary men. They don't think they're advanced souls at all. And all they've got to do is nothing, it's just to be on this earth and just to live their life. Okay, I've told you about the boys, friends on Facebook, and I'm going to be friends with their mum. They're advanced souls. And like I say, there's going to be people, and it will be people, it won't be the entities attached on them, it won't be the demons, it won't be anything, it will be the people who will try to stop them, try to lower their energy. That's what's happening now. That's what I'm talking about, the shit show. This is what's happening now to everybody. Everybody is advancing now. Everybody. Every human, I should say, on earth is advancing now. This is why the shit show now. They don't want you to be even content. Forget about happiness. Just to be content with your life so you can exhale and breathe and take a stock. They don't want that. Okay? So I want you to be constantly anxious and constantly worried and fear-filled. Is that correct, family? We've gone through this before. So sorry, folks. But don't let them. Earth is a beautiful place. Earth was meant for human beings and other species that were created by the creators. Earth was meant for us. We are meant to be joyous beings, but unfortunately Earth's been sort of corrupted by the negative powers. But that's changing. This is why the shit show's happening now. And I think it's actually human orientated. Oh, bless them. Yeah, I think that's human orientated. Oh, bless them. Do you know, this guy says, yeah, he used to have contact. This is a brief story. Oh, and that is, I can't see it. That looks like my family though. It's flying far too fast and far too high to be human orientated. Where was that family? Okay, quickly. This guy, yeah, talking about these crafts, saying, yeah, I have contact with UFOs and lights in the sky, and I stopped doing it, stopped having the contact because of these black planes and I've got helicopters around the house and it scared me. For fuck's sake, mate, you are chatting, if you were really chatting, but I think you were a stooge, I think you were set up to higher beings. Do you not understand that? Higher beings. Once, I told you this story before, that there were planes, my family was there blinking away as they are, then the craft came along slowly and it was human, and then it sort of flew, my family flew, bear this out family for me, right, okay, flew slowly, and then all of a sudden another light appeared behind the craft that was following my family. I haven't seen them since, except for now. Oh, is Darby having a go? Do you think you're more powerful than the beings? So, yeah, so family, did that not happen? That happened? Okay. Before I go, God, I was going to say something else and I forgot. So reincarnation, yeah, they're going to send entities in, like you just saw there. We are higher. If you're human, if you're a human being, all you've got to do, and I keep saying this, and I know it sounds easy for me to say, and if people that know what I'm talking about, and there's another craft or consciousness circle that's quite above that one, but I think the clouds, I don't know if you're able to see it, it's not as bright. Okay, the clouds are forming now. We don't know how powerful we are. There's a reason why the beings around us, entities, ghosts, etc., do not mess with us as human beings. Like I said, everything in this life, in this civilization, has been inverted to favour the negative entities, to scare humans, to make us docile. Is that correct, family? So I ended on reincarnation. I'm just going to end with it. Started, sorry, on reincarnation. I'm going to end with it. Do humans, some humans, reincarnate, have more than one life on Earth? Try to get that shot. And there's so there is a committee. So the humans don't just decide. There is other beings at play that decide it as well. Elders, if you'd like, you want to call them, that are more powerful and more advanced and everything, more than us, even when we go back to our creators. Is that they're trying to disguise themselves as crafts. Oh, bless them. They're moving far too slow for that to happen. I want to show you what they look like. And I've lost them. It's quite high in the sky, so I don't know if it is. Yeah, bastards. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go back. So they are elders. But yes, some human beings do reincarnate, and it depends on our soul's journey, a soul's mission, if you like, if we reincarnate back on Earth or not. Not all humans will reincarnate on Earth. That's clear, and it's flashing away. Okay, and not all human beings that you see or you think are human beings are human beings that you see walking around, especially on the TV, on telly, the media. Okay, I'm going to show you the moon. Oh, I can see the creature beats in there, laser lights, laser pens, laser lights. Look at the creature beast. So it's the flat, so it's coming from the flat upstairs, the coon. I'm going to show you the picture of him tomorrow. Or it's coming from, there's a guy that's moved in, so the same row of flats as me, at the end flat, at the top floor. And he's got entities all over him. I want my family to confirm that, because what I saw. No, I'm not even going to go there yet. But yes, what I've just said is a true family. They've put in that undercover police officer or some fucking drag, some creature beast. And this is what I want you, creature beast, to understand. I can see the entities on you. I know if you're human or not. Okay. The reason why most of the people involved are the dregs of society, because that's all they can get now. That's all they can get to do their shit. Once people realise what they've actually got themselves into, and it's forever, even after their death, the fear just takes over. They just crack up, have a psychotic break, I should say. And to know that they've been eaten, literally, that their every thought, their every movement's being controlled by entities. That's not even human. That's not got their best interest at heart. But the handlers, the bosses, won't tell them this. Is that correct, family? Everyone, literally everyone. Do you know when I say and I see, fucking hell, man. Yeah, and this guy's sort of like at the top floor, same flat, same row of flats. He's got two demons, literally demons, what you call demons, look very human on him. He's got a tall grey, he's got two tall greys now, which I would say are 9 feet tall, 10 feet tall, living on its energy field. And because it's so fucked up and so evil and it's so into this, doing this shit, the more these creatures are into their evil ways, the more they're into fucking people over, the more negativity they excel and consume and get into, the more entities they attract to their energy field. Okay. And it's also got it's got these, all I can describe them as like, they look like children, 2, 3, 4 years old, say 3 years old, but with short arms. The heads are weird, the arms are weird, and the arms are like wings but really short, and these entities fly and are just eating him. They're just sort of flying, taking a bite out of his chest, taking a bite out of his head. This sounds really weird, but I want my family to bear this out. Okay, so they're taking a bite and they look like children, but they're not children. The same height, that's what, as best I can describe them, and they're literally just flying, biting him, literally biting its flesh. Looks like it's biting its flesh, but obviously it's not. It's biting its energetic flesh, and they're just eating him. And then as soon as one does it, another one does it. Then it goes for the head, it goes for his chest, it goes for his arms, it goes for his shoulders. They literally, because he's so into this fucking fuckery, and his energy is so fucked up. That's what he's attracted to himself. It's like family. It sounds weird. So it's not only has he got two demons either side of him. Is that right, family? Okay. It's also got greys about 10 feet tall, massive, and they're just feeding off its energy. And it was purposely put into the flat to sort of like, oh, it's your neighbour, oh, hello, and to be nice and to be, because what they want for me to stop this and to control me, and the only thing they could do now, because they know I'm not scared of them, is to try to get me into a relationship with one of these beasts. And they don't understand. They're so thick, they're so determined, and they're so ego and it based. They lack the self-awareness to know she can fucking see the beast, or whatever entities we've got, she can see them. They don't get that. They honestly do not get that. I can do this 1,000 times. Come to family, and they don't get that. They're so unaware, and they're purposely made so unaware, because like I said, they're handlers. And the entities that are on them control their emotions, control what they think, control what they feel, so they can feed off them. Is that correct? And this is happening to everybody that's in the targeting program, that's involved in the targeting program, that's everybody that's involved in the system worldwide. You will attract, and your handlers won't tell you this. And they will control your emotions. So even if something feels odd about you, they will control, so you don't, it'll stop. So you continue to be on their program. I just want to get this across. These fuckers are evil. They're inhumane. They are not human. And this has been done deliberately around Earth, not just in the targeting program, but look at your prime ministers, look at our MPs. Ranting again, aren't I? Started to fucking rant. Anyway, but in that correct family. So even though he knew that I saw the entities, he still tries to give me the glad eye. Silly twat. And like Hobday, Chief Inspector James Hobday, you know, the child molester. He is a child molester into family. Okay. Chief Inspector James Hobday, last time I was on here, he's there every day. He's in my head every day. He tries to headfuck me every day. The recordings, audio recordings of Chief Inspector James Hobday that changes its voice. He likes it, he's into it. He's a nasty little bastard. Okay? And you read his manifesto, what about his job title, what he wants to do in the community. So another chief inspector from a different area has come to Derby to continue on his head fucking, to break the law. And like I say, he's always around here, screwing along, fucking little cockroach. Isn't that right, family? And I'm off track, people, so yeah. Sorry about that. It's all stuff so pleasant. But I just want to show you, and the reason why I'm doing this, I want people to be aware, if you're heart-centred, if somebody tells you to be part of something that you know is morally wrong, you know it is morally wrong, you know that it's inhumane. If they say to you, target this person, okay, you don't have to do this, all you've got to do is fuck up a delivery, all you've got to do is just say this, all you've got to do is just act like this, or say this sentence. Yeah, you know there's something wrong. The targeting program and my contact with family are complete separate things, but if I can use my contact with my family to highlight the targeting program and to stop anybody being involved with it, and they will target you. especially if they know that you're a human being with a heart centre. They will target you to get to you, especially if they want to get to somebody else, or if you've got a family member that's involved in the targeting program. Your family member will set you up to be in the program. Listen, people, you're a long time dead. I never said about a reincarnation, but bear with me. You're a long time dead. We are on Earth a lot shorter time than when we are in the physical, energetic form. Than when we're in energetic form. We were energy beings before we came to Earth, before we came in this body, and we'll be energetic beings after we came. Where do you want to end up? Do you want to go back to your clan if you're a heart-centered human? Do you want to go back to your clan, or do you want to be going to the abyss, as I call it, and be eaten by whatever entity has attached itself to your energy in this life? Where do you want to go? Like I was saying about that, was it Harley Bennett? Young girl, she's fucked her life up, she's fucked her after life up, that's it. Insectoid being, Connor. Isn't that right, family? I think she was a bit of a cunt to begin with the first time, but you know what I mean. But an insectoid being on her, and she'll have that forever. And she tracks any more, she might track some more, she'll have them on her forever until her energy ceases to exist. Not when she dies, not when your body dies, it's when your energy ceases to exist, and that can be for millennium. If you know you're up to something, or part of something that's morally wrong, or you think you're part of something that sets you above the average humans on this planet, the 97% of us, there's something wrong. Because the more I do this, the more contact I have with my family, the more I am proud to say I'm a human being, the more proud. I've said some things, proud to be from Derby, proud to be from Merrill, Jamaican, a lot of other things I'm proud of, but you know what I mean, I'm so proud to be human, to be able to feel. They mock me for feeling, they don't, it's too soft. They think I'm weak for having a heart centre. And they don't realise, they don't understand how I could hate them with a passion and not broken, and still feel love and still be content in my own little world. They don't get it. Their heads can't fathom it, because their handlers control what they say and what they feel and what they think. You think the entities on them want them to develop a heart, develop a conscience? No, they don't. And I've gone on to a rant. There was another craft that flew by. So, back, reincarnation. Okay? And it's not just advanced souls that reincarnate. Okay? You could reincarnate, like I said, because it's your soul's journey to live another life on a different part of the world, speak a different language, and to be a different sex, to be a different race. It could be due to your energy. Your energy is needed at that part of the world, at that part of that part of Earth. It could be because you need to reincarnate into a family. It could be because, and as well, the negative entities will try to stop that reincarnation. Will try to, that's what I mean. You will find that people who, I'm not saying people have had the most suffering. I'm not saying that all the people have had the most hardship. I'm not even saying that. But there's going to be certain people that's experienced life's negativity that can still glow after experience that negativity, will be the ones that we've contacted the most. Okay, the ones that can come through it and say, okay, fuck it, yeah, I've gone through that, bring it on life. and move forward, or they've gone through a difficult childhood and things have happened to them that have been fucking shit, and they've come through it and they go, yeah, okay, that's fucked me up a bit, that fucked me up for like a good while, but I'm coming through it now. And most human beings, you chat to people, chat to different people, as many people as you can. Like I said about people that have different friends and from different classes, blah, blah, blah. We are all the same. Most people will connect with each other because we are heart-based. Most people will relate to somebody going through a hardship. I mean, because we're not meant to go through this. We're not meant to go through the hardships of life, struggles for fucking basics. We're not meant to go through this. To love and to be heartbroken. We're not meant to suffer that. There's another thing. There'd be a longer post about heartbreak and love and why that's been corrupted as well, and why we suffer that heartbreak. We're not meant to suffer that heartbreak because we know we're going to be reunited with our loved ones. We know that. Because our psychic ability has been called, we don't know that. We think they've gone forever. We grieve for them, and people do fucking grieve, and it's heartbreaking, and the entities feed off that. They feed off our pain, and then that's been done deliberately. Okay. Parasitic beings. I'm going to show you the moon now. I'm going. Lovely moon. I always hit the moon. I don't think it is the moon actually, but there you go. Who am I? Who am I to say shit? Look at me dirty winters. Like I say, on the inside. So, do you know what? So the lasers, that laser, see the green thing? So it's either coming from upstairs, Coon, the piss head at number 2, Kate, or that fucking thing that's got so many fucking entities attached to it. I don't know what it's not even, can't even pretend to be human. That's as much as I can go. See the rain drops, so it's not lights. And this is the best they can do, try to distract me, bless him. I'm going now, you fuck face. I'm sorry for swearing. Do you know Jamaicans? We're quite conservatives. You might say any Jamaican that in the family and sort of the Jamaican culture is quite conservative. There's going to be older Jamaicans, even younger Jamaicans, that's going to be absolutely appalled at my swearing. But like I say to the family, you've got to understand the pressure I'm under. Swearing is my way to relieve that, instead of cracking up. Go back. That's not a very good shot to me. But like I say, reincarnate. Sorry I went on a bit. I do rant. I do it as well to warn people about the targeting, not to get involved. And not just for my sake, because I can see that they're more affected than I am. The creature beast, they are more affected when I see, okay, Harley Bennett, she came for a home assessment or whatever it is. It's a load of bullshit thing, just part of the targeting. She sat down with this other one. She also had an entity, shadow thing attached to her. Ugh. Anyway, sat down. I looked up. She sat down, I sat down. As I looked up, told her she's an insectoid. No word of a lie. She's got like quills on the shoulders. The insectine, whatever creature that's overlaying on her, has got quills where the shoulders, the human shoulder is, and it's really black. I mean black, and it's shiny. And she noticed that I noticed, like I say, part of the targeting programme. I'm going to get my family to confirm this because fucking hell, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. And I want to show you, I want to get my family to confirm the reaction. Okay, so when I say I noticed the quills on Harley Bennett, the housing manager, one of the housing officers at Derby Homes, is that correct, family? Okay, she had quills, and I noticed it. I put my head down because it was in the morning. I'm not in the mood. I hadn't slept. And this is how you'll get, you'll just fucking, there'll be times when you're going to be shocked. And I was disgusted and it made me feel sick. And she sort of let out a little squeak, because like I say, part of the target program, they know everything what I'm thinking and feeling. And then all of a sudden it was controlled. So somebody controlled what our emotion was, and she was calm. Calm as you like. Previously, and they've learnt to do this, on other creatures when I lived in life in that same family. So she noticed that I noticed the quills, the insectoid. Okay. Her handlers, her bosses at Derby Homes, or whoever would have controlled how she reacted, would have changed her emotional response to it. Okay, and she stopped immediately. Okay, and it was like within milliseconds. You got to, I keep saying this, energy is so fast. The reactions are so quick. That whoever was controlling her was able to control, because she sort of squeaked. She sort of like, before she even get the eek out, she saw my reaction. I looked down. I didn't react. I looked down, and before I even looked down, she sort of like, I even put my head down for that. How quick is that? She squeaked. And then she got herself under control. And then I looked up, and she was like, she looked shocked. She stared off into a distance for about a second or two. Is that correct? And then she was back to normal as normal can be. Yeah, creature beast. Is that correct, family? And then she carried on, head fucking me and gaslight to me, as per. And previously, they've learnt to do that. Previously, when I lived in Lie, when I had the other creature beast head fucking me, and I would see the entities on them. It would take them ages to get them under control. It would even affect how they walked. The composure would change. They would be shocked. So this is what I mean. They are learning, as I am seeing things, to control their emotions, or the entity, or their beast masters are controlling them. But when I was in Lie, some of them, they had to be, you can tell, especially at the beginning, because they don't think they would have any attachment because they're twats. And when they knew I could see things on them, their reaction, they were complete shock, complete and utter shock. And it will take them a while. And then they'll go, I won't see them for a while. Some of them won't see them for a while. Then they'll come back a few weeks later, back again. And they're sort of like, you could tell they're sort of like, they've had a talk to you, had some training, right, she's going to see this, but you're going to react like this. With Bennett, it was like instant. Sort of like within 1 or 2 seconds, it was gone. But previously, is that correct, family? She saw that, saw the quills, the insectoid quills, whatever demons on her. And then put my head down, even as I put my head down, and then I looked back up, before she made the sound, like a squeak, and then she stared off into a distance, and then she was back. You are controlled, you fuckwits. You're so controlled. You don't know how much you are controlled. And you are food. I keep saying you're food because you are food. And you're food for entities that are non-human. Anyway, I'm going off the point. I'm going to do more, she says, regarding humans. That affects us all. Even though targeting, like I say, is affecting us all. If you're alive in this world, you're affected by targeting one way or the other. Okay? If your government's lying to you, you know they're lying to you. If you've got a president or a prime minister that's a lying cunt or fucked up entity, or royal family that's fucked up or whatever, wherever you are in the world, you are being affected, you are being targeted. You're just not aware of it. Some of you are. You know what's happening, you can see it. You just don't know what to do. It's sort of shocking, isn't it? It's quite shocking. That governments would be so evil. That people that place themselves as a moral compass would be so evil. Would it be so? Yes. Anyway, so we all are being targeted. I'm just being targeted quite in a very specific and a very controlled way, and I can fucking record them and put their recordings out on the internet, and yeah, they can't head fuck me because I've seen it. It's gone on too long, and they don't realise it's gone on so long now. But that's I will tell you about humans and why once you are connected to your clan. I'll leave this. This is a nice one. Once your heart and your chakras, your heart chakra, your call it 8-ball pineal gland has been activated, your crown has been activated, very few things could get into your soul, get into your energy, because you're linked. We are linked. Chakra is directly linked. You can feel the energy. You can feel the connection. They know this, but because they're so fucked up, and I say they, I mean Simon Foster, I mean that sick little midget that's always around here, Jamie Hobday, Chief Inspector Jamie Hobday, the child molester. They know this, but they just don't know what to do. They're so thick, it's going on so long, they just don't know what to do. So that's why they say about a relationship, the only thing now they can do is try to get into my head, get into my heart, and try to affect how I feel, my emotions, and keep saying, oh, you're lonely. I'm not, in fact, that's another thing I'm good on about emotions and love. And you won't be lonely once you make that connection. You won't feel lonely, you won't feel unloved or not part. I feel a greater connection to Earth, to some humans, not all, than I ever have before, even though I'm sort of lonesome here in Derby. That's the creature bit, but I feel a greater connection, not just to Earth, to greater outdoors, out in space, I should say, solar system, and to, listen, I'm talking to higher beings. I'm connected always to higher beings. Even when I'm not filming, I'm connected to them. They make their connection known. Okay, so the only thing they can do now is try to set me up with a relationship, and they don't see that. This is what I mean. They have no self-awareness that I can see the entities on these creature beasts, and they're quite revolting. They make me want to vomit. And I've told you this previously, folks. One of the things, the first thing is you will notice, you will feel loved up, but also there's going to be certain people that's going to revolt you. Literally, there's people that you've known all your life, or people that you've met, that is going to be people that you're going to be connected to instantly, and you're going to feel loved up for no reason at all, not even not to anybody, but you're just going to feel loved up. And there's going to be certain people that's going to revolt you. Trust your gut, trust your feeling. They are not human. If you're, and like I say, I was a nice person to this. Listen, I wasn't judgmental. I wasn't this, that, or the other. I'm not hate-filled. I'm not. That wasn't. It wasn't in my psyche to be like this. It wasn't in my psyche to be judgmental and to feel a instant disgust and revulsion. Instantly, and. Right at the beginning, I kept saying to my family, why am I feeling this? Why am I feeling this energy? Even without seeing them, I speak to someone over the phone, I could pick up their energy. I speak to someone on the intercom, when I had the flat at Lie, I could pick up the energy even before seeing them. And this is what the first things you may notice, okay? So you're going to feel loved up for no apparent reason. But also you're going to feel a revulsion at certain people. Hopefully you live in the area where you won't, it's going to be like one or two people you come in contact with. You won't be surrounded by them like I was. And like I say, I learn. I learn from these beasts, watch them. Because they are sex offenders. Like I say, 75% are sex offenders or sexual deviants, and act just like sex offenders, especially persistent serial sex offenders. they won't change. Their behaviours won't change. They'll keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again, because that's what they are. They won't change. They'll get new people in to do the same type of behaviour over and over and over again. It's like when we humans are all alike. We're heart connected, we're heart based. These creature beasts are all the same. It causes much suffering and pain to others. And if the sex offenders, if the sexual deviants, and even if they're not, I'm going to show you people in the next few days, drop posts, where you've got professional people, and you won't think because of their job roles, they would be appalled at supporting a sex offender. They would be appalled to be linked to a situation like this, to be in targeted programme. I think I dropped one today. And you're going to see their reaction on tape, and they're going to be so you watch their reaction towards me, knowing that Paul Burgess is a convicted rapist that stalked me. I'm going to show you my medical records. I keep saying this, but I will. And watch how they will cover up for it. They will literally cover up for convicted, and they're very, very highly regard. That's what they think anyway. That they're very highly regarded in their profession. Psychologists, psychiatrists, GPs. You wouldn't think, just due to their job role and what they see, they would even entertain the fact of being part of this, let alone doing something that would cover up their actions of a sex offender. Fucking going on again. I'm going off for one, folks. So I'm going to stop now. Sorry, family. I'm not sorry. But people at home started off so well. Yeah, reincarnation. We never die, and this is what I mean. Our energy never dies. Never dies. And now we return to our family and stay with our family. So even when we do return to our family and don't reincarnate, we stay with our clan, we stay with our family, we stay with our God, or reincarnate back onto Earth, which is a shitty fucking deal, I think, but there you go. Yeah, I do. I had a conversation with my family about this a while back, about reincarnation, about me reincarnating back onto Earth. And nope, I'm not reincarnating. Fuck this for a game of marbles. No way. I've done my 70 years and 10, whatever it is. That's it. And another thing about people that I want them to confirm right at the very beginning, and I said who contacted me, who they are. So I did tell you about an ex-boyfriend named Wayne. Anybody that knows me, that knew me when I was a teenager, Pacific age group, say 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, will know, some of you will know who Wayne is, who you went out with. Wayne is one of the people, one of my guardians, if you'd say, is more than a guardian actually, that is up there contacting me, his energy. Is that correct, family? Okay. My grandfather, my maternal grandfather, there's a picture of him on the post, in my family's post. He's another one that's up there. His energy is up there on a craft or wherever. That's contacted me. His energy was around me, is around me. Is that correct, family? Can't move it to the centre. Move it to the centre. Okay. There's another craft, and it is a craft. Oh. Anyway. And the reason why I say this, my grandfather, this is not chatting his business, but he reincarnated. So after he died, he reincarnated, and then he died again. Is that correct? That's all I'm saying about that. There's more to why. And it was nice actually, it was quite touching. Tragic, but touching. Yeah, as a human being, it's tragic, especially for your parent. Okay, and he's up there. So he's not reincarnated again. I don't know if Wayne, I've never asked Wayne if he's reincarnated. Have you reincarnated, Wayne? Did you reincarnate? Have you reincarnated? Okay, and like some of these spiritual people will say your energy splits or your soul splits. That's not so. Our soul doesn't split. A soul remains whole. So there's not a part of you somewhere on earth and there's another part of you in heaven. No, your soul remains with you. Baba, no. No. She's taken to pissing on my bed. I'm very vexed, folks. Very vexed. Anyway, I don't know what that's about. Since I've moved in, she's become quite fucking antsy. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. So while energy doesn't split, it remains. So when you reincarnate, your whole soul goes into the next body. There's not a part of you left somewhere in heaven. And the reason why I brought reincarnation in and brought Wayne in, Wayne's white, by the way, so I know people who's white going, oh, no, I am white, I'm going to trace my ancestry, and I said, blah, blah, blah. If you look at the colouring of people around the earth, then come back to me. And this is not a race thing. I keep saying it's not a race thing, but people have got to be aware that most people on earth, most of the people, even now, even to do with the mass genocide, have black, brown or yellow skin tones. And there's a reason why that particular groups, particular ethnicities were persecuted. Even white people have got sort of white people have got skin tones. There's a hue. That's a better way of putting it. There's a hue to their skin. Okay, that's why most of the societies and sort of like I told you about the Aborigines, so the 3.8% in Australia. How is that? I can't get over it. Anyway. That's why, and you got to understand, and even sort of like when I talk about the hues of the white people, they persecute you as well. If you having to work for a living, if you call yourself working class, if you have to work for a living, you've had to struggle, if you've seen your parents struggle, your grandparents struggle, and you want better for your kids, so you send them to university, blah, 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 they've targeted you as well. Like I say, there's only the 1%. Only the 1%. This has only been done by very few entities that are not even human. Going off on a tangent here. This is not about race. I keep saying that. I'm going to show you the thing about regarding targeting. How many fucking... Wait till you see the amount of coons that are involved in my targeting. There's an activist, Desmond Ajou, that was involved in my targeting. Go and look it up, and then when my family next appear, I'll tell you all about this, and I'll get my family to confirm just what an evil man entity this is. And he calls himself a pastor and a race activist, and he's evil. He's had a title. Pure evil. Go and look, Desmond Ajou. Go and look who he is. Okay, so this isn't about race. This is about humans versus people. We're non-humans versus the 1%. Literally, it is about human beings, the heart centre versus the 1%, and the food source, because they're food source as well, but they don't fucking know it. And the food source, the dregs, the gullible idiots that think, oh yes, I want to be part of the system as well. Can I have a go? Yeah. Can I have facials and get my hair done, get my nails done, get pedicures? So fucking stupid. It's not even funny. Now, but before I used to be quite amused. Okay, I am still quite amused at some of them. I must admit, I do have a laugh, because some of them are so fucking stupid. And some of them, especially the guys, they do walk like a gangster walk, especially if they've never been gangster or never been like a road man. I can't explain it no other way, but yeah, and you tell the sort of like trying to look tough in front of me, trying to intimidate by walking like tough. Oh, bless you, you fucking entity carrying for you. But yeah, have a look who Desmond Jaju is. This is nothing to do with race. This is to do with human beings being targeted by non-human entities. And the reason why it's happened so now, especially so urgently, is because the electrical frequency of Earth, the human resonance is changing, and we're all becoming more enlightened, more aware of our psychic ability, more in tune to our psychic ability, and that's what is happening now. And they're trying to stop this any way possible. If they can control your emotions, if they can make you anxious, fear-filled, fighting for survival, continuously thinking about survival, they've got you, okay? They know this is happening. They know this change is happening worldwide. This is happening not just to me. Like I keep saying, I'm not the only one having contact with UFOs. My family, as I call it, I'm not the only one. This is not the only thing that's happening. Like I say, the moon's changing. There's people being put in place, angels we would call them, in positions of power to affect the change. They can't stop it. It's happening. It's done. Their entity, what they praise, or entity, and it's not even human, and they know this. There's another post from another day, has gone, has left Earth. Like I've said, it, what the entity that controlling has gone, has left Earth. It can't be on Earth anymore because the human resonance won't allow it to be on Earth. The energy is so different, it couldn't survive on Earth. So they've got the middlemen, the minions, doing the show and going, oh, look at us now, we're in power, look what we can do. Oh, you've got an entity too, so have I. Ooh. Without them realise just how fucked up they are. Just that the food. Okay, this is why it's happening now, and this is why it's happening quite. I've noticed since being targeted, things are speeding up. Okay, I've noticed the entities of people. First, they would be able to see one of these creature beasts without having no entities on them, just a dark shadow. Now, literally, I could see one day, see the same thing a few days later. It just seemed, I noticed it with Harley Bennett. I noticed it with her because she was around. I noticed the difference in her within weeks, within months of the moving to this property and the meetings that she would have. I'd have no idea about this. So I noticed on her, I noticed on the other, I don't know what she's doing. Irritating me. So I noticed on her, and I noticed it on her work colleagues. I noticed it on delivery people. That they all have entities now, all on them, not a shadow, but entities, actually beings feeding off them. And if I can stop one of you out there thinking, okay, you've been approached, and they said this is going to happen, and it's the police that approach. How can the police be so corrupt? In the UK, you know, we're laughing when we say that, don't we? It's like ironic when we say that. How can the police be so corrupt and be so evil? You know, that's ironic now because the fucking police are just, and they're doing this deliberately. They're showing themselves for what they are. Okay. So yeah, so people are going, oh no, the police can do that, and if famous people could be involved in this as well, and blah blah blah. How can they? If they say I could do this, surely I could do it. But realising there's people, literally people, not me, And there's entities, energetic beings, more powerful than the food. All they are, food. All they are is recruiting more food. So the entities that are not even human can feed. They want to create as much negativity, as much fear on earth as possible, because the energy is changing. So shift has happened. It's happening. Okay, it's been an hour now, thanks. I said, oh yeah. I don't know what I said. A few minutes, didn't I? Went off on one, started off well. Ended with a rant. Here we go. Yeah, they're telling me a lot more to do with reincarnation, and I'm going to go back to it. And yeah, go back to it. Fill in some details. Now you know why it's silly to be a racist or misogynist. Now you know why. That's just one reason, but you can be if you want. Who cares? Okay, and the entities feed off your hate. So there's going to be people attracted to this program, and they'll be attracted to, entities are going to be attracted to them naturally because they're hateful people. Like I say, the narcissist and the psychopath, the racist. If you're full of hate, if your natural demeanour is hate and mistrust and negativity, if that's your natural demeanour, that's the energy that's going to be around you. How can you open your heart if that's your energy? And that's what these creatures want. How can you've got to be scared of the asylum seekers. There's not enough room. Listen, the world's a big place, and in the UK we've been sold such a bunch of bullshit, but I'm not going into that now. But you know what I mean, we're fed on it's not enough. We've got to sort of this negativity and this hate and the other, be scared of the other. We can't, we've not got, food and asylum seekers and this and that, and hate them, got brown skins, hate them, and the men, and raping our women, and hate them. Listen, there's a white guy holding now 60th at the fucking Westminster Police, Desmond Jaju, MP, like counsellors, mental health service in Derby Homes. Paul Burgess is a white guy that's raped and has harmed women for his entire life. They all know this. The reason why they're protecting him is because he is white. And he's proven himself to be a Pacific serial sex offender. They love him because of that. And the fact that he's white, that's an even bigger tick. And because I'm a black woman that's thinking, oh yeah, and the old stereotype, oh yeah, sexual, she must be wanting it, she must be easy. Sort of just going back to slavery, and we're all sexual beings. And you'd be amazed at how many coons, like I say, check out who Desmond Jaju is, and I will give you a post from